like hairpin like turn one here at Pocono. And Matt, he said, last time I won here, we did it.
The pole sitter, Juan Pablo Montoya. In that red and white 42, Clint Boyer behind him, Martin Truex in the 56, and Jeff Gordon trying to pick up a spot. That'll be 14th place.
Yeah, some of his experience there. You can't have the draft used to your advantage here. Really, you're over 200 miles per hour at that point in time getting down into turn one. You see Jeff use that, get that run, and take the spot away.
Jeff Gordon is in, Vince. A 4-tire change for him. Loose in and off the corner. A little snug in the middle. Just an air pressure adjustment along with a full load of Sunoco fuel for Jeff Gordon.
The fastest mover, well, that's been Brad Keselowski. Or it was Brad Keselowski. Now it's Jeff Gordon. Since Brad just made that pit stop, Jeff up 22 positions since the start of the race. The fastest stats brought to you by the new Sprint Direct Connect. Upgrade to the new Done. Find out more at sprint.com/speed. And get done.
That's the thing with this strategy, everybody is keeping everybody off guard.
That'll teach me for writing something down. Jeff Gordon moving.
I like this kind of race because you have to think, and when you're watching it, you have to kind of think, well, okay, this the 24, he's on this strategy, the 2's on that one. Now, how's it going to time out? Dave, how's the 24 going to run this race from here to the end?
We expect him, Andy, on or around lap 80, as the last pit was about 32 laps back from that, so we'll look for him about then. And for Jeff, it's just a matter of staying balanced and staying professional, according to crew chief Alan Gustafson. You know, he said with everything that's been up and down with this bunch this year, he called Jeff really amazing when I talked to him this morning. The fact that he's held it together, he's just helped us work on the race car. We know we've had speed, but we've had a kind of luck here that you just don't want to talk about. And Jeff has been smooth and consistent the whole way for this team.
Now, Gordon, one of those drivers that needs to win at least one of these next 6 races, including today, if he's going to have a shot at competing for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship.
Jeff Gordon had raced his way into the 5th position. They've already made a chassis adjustment, a 4-tire change, air pressure as well. For Jeff, he said, right now when I get back to the throttle, I have to wait on it because the front end shoves. He hopes his team has fixed that. Doc? Vince, remember where Jeff Gordon started the race, 27th position, so they had to pass cars. They used a 2-tire stop on the initial caution to gain some track position. The car is pretty quick. As we know, Jeff Gordon coming into today, 15th in the points, has either got to move way up or he's got to get some wins if he's going to make the chase. Vince?
Carl Edwards, another.
Casey Kane and Jeff Gordon. Remember, this long straightaway and that big, crazy turn one on restarts at Pocono.
Oh, Jimmy!
Trouble! Kenseth in the wall, Biffle in the wall, Kenseth spins into the pack.
And who was leading when the caution came out here? Jeff Gordon's the one that's out front right now, but we'll have to see about this.
And yes, the leader is Jeff Gordon.
Well, for his fortunes turning here.
Wow, how big would that be? Race isn't over yet. Here's what happened. Heading off into turn one.
Jimmy got a great restart. I thought he was going to be able to get well out in front of Kenseth.
Yeah, but Kenseth got over on his quarter pound for just a second. You see Jimmy try to get away, but Kenseth had a good restart. Jimmy just got loose before he got down in there. He was just trying to drive it off in the corner.
Last Sunday, remember, off of turn 2, the guy on the bottom getting loose under the guy up front, and the guy who's running behind them ducks low and takes the lead.
Jeff Gordon said, thank you very much.
It worked to Jimmy. Mayhem on the restart, and through it all, Jeff Gordon comes out with the lead.
There's a lot of
Kane comes out second. Sorry, Andy.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars that we just really don't know where they're going to line up. You see the 2-car lined up about 4th. The way I saw it, he's going to be about 9th. I think he's going to be behind the 99 of.
How long can he stay out there anyway?
That's the other
car
thing.
He has to be getting.
It's going to be. Well, I'm going to wait for just a second. I was going to tell you where I thought they're putting Jimmy Johnson, but I'm going to wait till I can confirm that. Tons of stuff going on in the Pennsylvania 400 after a restart that came with rain closing in, pit strategy being played, a crash among the leaders in turn 1. Now somebody else out in front, one of the contenders with a flat tire, but staying out on the racetrack because they think it's going to rain before the race restarts.
I got a flat right rear. If you can still run, stay out. If you can still go, stay out. We'll stay out till 1 to go unless it just shreds the tire right off of it.
Kenny Francis and Casey Kane.
The rain's
So Jeff Gordon leading. And remember, he's got to maintain pace with the car in front of him in the caution line when he's shutting it off to save fuel.
And Casey Kane still going around on that flat tire. He probably ran over something as they went back through the accident scene. And very unfortunate for them. Could turn out to be okay. We'll see what happens. Andy, I've been up here and thought it was going to rain too, and it just never did for a little bit.
And I've been here when you didn't think it was going to rain hard.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about Jeff Gordon earlier, about how much they need a win, how much bad luck they've had this year, how well they've been running in recent weeks. I don't think this would be the way they expected to get a win, but
they'll take it.
It all counts. If, and I'll capital letter, underline, and put in bold, if the race ends here.
I think they said it's raining now. And that's not saying that if it does rain here, that we won't get restarted at some point in time. So you have to worry about that. But if Jeff Gordon should get this win, how about next week at Watkins Glen, as great a record as he has there, and trying to get that second victory that he knows is pretty much going to take to get him in the chase?
It would not be the first time, and there you see the raindrops as Alan Gustafson puts the notes under cover. Wouldn't be the first time that Jeff Gordon won a race here that was shortened by rain. How about June of 2007 here at this race, where they played some really neat strategy to find a way to be in front when it counted the most. And the race never got back going after the weather hit, and Gordon wound up taking home the win.
That was Steve Letarte that engineered that magic.
Well, circumstances playing to Jeff's favor this time. Good race car, we documented that. Moved up smartly all race long and was in the top 5 when things happened in front of him.
Yeah, here's the other thing. If it goes back green, he's still got, well, probably the best car in the race right now.
Yeah, that was the thing. We really hadn't seen just how good he was. We knew he was good because he drove his way up inside the top 10, but we hadn't had a caution to really bunch it up so he could show how much he could run with the guys that had been leading.
So rain starting to fall here at the racetrack. We've been talking about it for a while. We've seen it closing on the racetrack for some time. There is going to be daylight here until pretty close to 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight. So we'll see how long NASCAR waits. But remember, once this racetrack gets really soaked,
good drenching here, bud.
it's going to take a good hour and a half to 2 hours to dry it once the rain stops. So the circumstances that change the picture of this race: a restart at lap 91. Jimmy Johnson and Matt Kenseth racing for the lead. The first four cars all tangle up. And what do you know? Jeff Gordon ends up out in front. Moved up 26 positions since the start of the race. Today's Goodyear Superior performer, Jeff Gordon. Out in front when it might count the most.
Yeah, one guy we had, Dr. Martin Truex Jr., who's inside that top 10 in the point standings right now, was really needing a solid effort here today. He was able.
And the word from NASCAR is that they will bring the cars down the pit lane this time. Shut them down and cover them up. 5 times Jeff Gordon has won a race shortened by rain. All right, we will hear from but not see for the moment Jeff Gordon's crew chief Alan Gustafson. Dave?
Whose birthday it is today? Are you willing to claim any of these gifts yet?
No, not yet, but certainly is a nice position to be in, right? So, no, I mean, it's not going to be over till it's over, but either way, you know, we had a really good driving Hunger Chevrolet, and Jeff did a great job, and we knew that restart was going to be key. Obviously, everybody did, and Jeff got a great restart, and those guys had a little bit of an issue, and maybe, don't want to be premature, but maybe we might catch a break here.
How about the way he drove through that and missed it?
I mean, I think the run was key. Obviously, he was outside of Casey. I think Casey's car was a little better than ours at that time because we kind of came off pit road together. So him getting that restart and getting past Casey, and then the seas parted. So it just went our way. Like I said, I don't want to count our chickens before they hatch, but either way, it's a great position to be in, and really proud of the guys for battling through some tough situations to get in this position.
Remember, they currently hold the top spot, and we've talked all day about the luck they've had so far. Perhaps the wind has blown in their direction today, Alan.
We'll see. Cars being covered up. Still 61 laps to go. And the reason we didn't see Alan Gustafson there is because there is some lightning being reported in the area, and for safety, those cameras that cover pit road that have the big handheld antennas on them, we sent those guys for some cover.
I don't pay no man to the court.
From a 4G, how about to JG, because we are 98 laps in at Pocono, where once again it is raining, and JG, Jeff Gordon, is out front. Dr. Jerry Punch caught up with him. Once again, you will hear from him. We won't actually see him because we had to send our camera guys with those antennas for cover because it is raining and lightning in the area. Doc?
Well, we talked this morning before we talked on the air. Jeff and I were just visiting, and you said we had a lifetime's worth of bad luck in 1 year. And when is your luck going to change? Maybe today's the day.
Well, you know, it's never over till it's over. We've won races like this here before, and man, I tell you what, the way our year's gone, we'll definitely take it like this. Man, I've never seen the seas part quite like that before, like they did going down to one. I got a great restart and was able to dive to the inside in front of Casey, and I saw the 48 get sideways, and that just took them all out, and I was like, wow. And then, you know, I was thinking about the restart, what we were going to do. Didn't want to have the same thing happen to us. It happened to 48, and started raining, and I tell you what, all the things that have gone wrong for us this year, I'm hoping this is the one that makes up for it all.
And if we do go back green, you got a pretty good race car.
We do. Either way, you know, we're in great shape. You know, I mean, we're good on fuel, we're good on tires, and we got a great race car. So, and clean air. We haven't even been in clean air, so we don't even know how good it might even be better out there in front.
Jeff Gordon trying to get a win, and it would be his 86th career win, still third all-time in NASCAR history. Nicole?
Right now, I think he's thanking Mother Nature. This is the scene at Pocono. You can obviously see the rain, but how about the lightning in the area? Yeah. That's why we don't have our cameras out there. Jeff Gordon, if all goes as it runs right now, the current second wild card is Jeff Gordon. And here's why. Ty goes to, we were joking, the runner, but he's tied in points with Ryan Newman, but Jeff has more fifth place finishes. That's how far down they have to go to figure out who gets the second wild card.
Right, top fives. His consistency is going well. And we said just a couple weeks ago that we could be having a total different conversation about Jeff Gordon. He runs through this stretch of races very well. Whether it rains or not, he's got a good car. He moved that thing from the back of the pack to the front, could definitely win this race, but this conversation, as we said, the conversation could be change in a week or so, and it has.
Well, and it has, but I still want to see more consistent. I want to see Jeff Gordon. They have to perform going from here, even if they get the victory today based upon it being rained out.
Well, we're just shy of 250 miles into the Pennsylvania 400 today at Pocono Raceway in Pennsylvania, a race that started 90 minutes late after a heavy downpour that happened just as driver introductions were happening. And yes, that's a live picture. There is actually a severe thunderstorm warning, not a watch, but a warning for this area. And it is coming down right now and booming here at the racetrack. Hope all the fans and crew members take cover and take cover quickly. A race that started out with the element of strategy being a heavy storyline and how the crazy turn one restarts from the June race might play out today. And we saw both help factor into what we've got going right now, which is a twist of plot in the late laps.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of everything in this. We saw what we might have expected with Dale Jr. being strong early on, and then we talked about turn one restarts, and that's really kind of what set the scene now.
Yeah, and the heat's up on these guys that want to try to make the chase with wins, and we saw that Jeff Gordon had just happened to hit it right. I mean, everybody was going for it, and we knew it was like racing on the last lap, but he went for it, seas parted, there he is.
And as we sit here with that lightning pounding down and the rain pouring down, NASCAR has just made the race official, I am being told, and Jeff Gordon is going to get that elusive first win of this season. I don't know if you've ever, I can't recall off the top of my head this quickly, if you ever kind of stole one in the rain or by circumstances, but he's got nothing to apologize for to anybody.
No, you have to get yourself in that position. He did a great job of driving up there and getting himself in position to take advantage of this. He's lost plenty this year, so it's time for him to get something good happening.
Well, everybody saw the rain coming. Everybody had access to the same data, and that's why that restart was so crazy. Everybody was going for that spot. Jeff Gordon's the one that came out with it.
We are back live at Pocono Raceway after the Pennsylvania 400 has been declared official, just shy of the 250-mile mark. 245 to be specific, and Jeff Gordon is going to pick up his first win of this season and his now all-time leading 6th here at Pocono Raceway. He has got the tricky triangle pretty well figured out.
Yeah, no doubt about that. He's won it in a lot of different ways, but probably none bigger than today.
Now, victory lane in a rain situation like this is done in an alternate manner instead of outside. They do it under the cover of one of the garage areas, and because of the lightning and so on, our technical crew is getting the hardwired cameras there instead of the wireless cameras with those big antennas that someone has to hold. Not a good idea right now, so we'll have victory lane and we'll hear more from Jeff Gordon very shortly.
But probably the biggest thing is Jeff Gordon going from knowing that he's got to win a couple of races or thinking that to now he's in that wild card spot. So just how quickly things can change. These next 5 are just going to be simply fun and amazing to watch.
He's still going to have to win another one, in my opinion, to make the chase, but he's got great speed. Hendrick Motorsports has found something, and we saw that today. We saw it with Jimmy. We saw it with Casey, and we saw it with Junior. All of these cars are fast, and I think that's what they've got to hang their hat on going forward. They're probably looking for that next win.
I don't know, it sounds silly, but before you can win the second one, you got to win the first one.
Right.
And Jeff Gordon has gotten that first win today in just a moment or so. And from here, we move on to Watkins Glen in the road course, where Jeff Gordon and so many others have been so good. Atlanta, where Gordon won a year ago.
Jeff got a great restart, which was awesome for him and the 524 shot.
Out at 10th, but the number 1 wild card, the number 2 wild card is standing by in Pennzoil Victory Lane.
He was already out of the car, so it was just enter stage left or stage right. We really didn't know. Have you ever seen anything like this to put yourself back closer to making the chase, Jeff?
You know, I mean, you can't ever give up. Doesn't matter where you're at. You know, you got to just try to go out there and win races. And for all the things that have gone wrong for us this year, I still can't believe what just happened. You know, but I think this is the one that makes up for all the ones that have gotten away. And, you know, I'm just so proud of this team. They just never gave up. And they gave me a great race car today. I mean, to start 27 and only have 1 caution and, you know, work our way all the way up there like that was pretty awesome. And got a great restart and got into that inside lane ahead of Casey. And then I saw the 48 get sideways. And I don't know, somehow I just came out on the other end of it leading. So, God, I'm just so excited right now. You know, I know that, you know, you don't want to win them quite like this, but, you know, we've earned it because of all the things that we've done this year. We've been in position to win races, and we are at the right place at the right time. Finally had something go our way, and I just can't thank Drive In Hunger and DuPont and Pepsi and Quaker State, Chevrolet, everybody. You know, this is a great moment, and I've got both of my kids and my wife here, and that is...
And they're dry.
I don't know how they're dry. They're the only ones here that are dry, and this is like the greatest moment ever having them here.
Jeff, one more time, as you celebrate, tell us, and this, by the way, is a, let's get everybody in here. This is awesome. Jeff, what it means to you to have this 6th and now leading victory at Pocono with everybody here to see it.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, you know, it's just an amazing day. I said to Alan Gustafson, miracles do happen because, you know, you start to lose confidence and doubt in whether it's going to happen. Our cars have been good. Our team has been good. And, you know, we just need some things to go our way. And boy, did they go our way today. I mean, I hate those guys, you know, got caught up in a spin and wreck, whatever happened there. It was slick on those restarts. But I got to say hi to Rick Hendrick. I know he's not here. And now, you know, we had a lot of pressure on us. All 4 Hendrick cars finally getting to victory lane in 1 year. That's awesome. That's been a long time coming. And I was feeling a lot of pressure because we hadn't done it yet. So this feels good. And, you know, this is that little boost that we need to go through these next, 5 races. And don't count us out. Don't count us out. This is a great moment. We needed this. And it's awesome. Feels good. And we'll take it any way we can get it right now. And we're having a blast. And I'm going to enjoy it so much with these guys. And happy birthday to Alan Gustafson. That is a birthday thing.
You got the icing too, Nicole.
By the way, Jeff Gordon.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at Tony.
Saturday, of course, we are back Sunday on ESPN. Coming up next, Sports Center. Once again, congratulations to Jeff Gordon. Career win number 86. We'll see you next week.